About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape. Absolutely.
And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here we go, 46, 46. Hey, kill. 46. We're going to 53. 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Hey, go, kill. 47. Right.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here we go, 46.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tanner Conner, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 161 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Shepard will go in motion right. Running left, it's Barkley. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. My goodness, 229 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47.
First down, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. Everyone going to 53. Everyone going to 53.
To throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Prescott now. Rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at the 20. A handoff to Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second and 9, Jones. He's got Bellinger. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Giants.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's a give to Barkley. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Off play action. Jones. This one hauled in by Sample. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Up the the middle with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Prescott now from the 50. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks?
There he goes, left side. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards on the ground.
Let's go now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But
he's got a man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That is caught by Lamb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
To throw, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Let's go 47. 26.
Now Dak. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Hey, kill.
One last shot now for Prescott. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that's complete to Shepard. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.